I don't drink soda.
Okay, let's get this. All right, I got this ready. We got all the lights. Jerry, we're gonna start the show. Do we have all the lights on? Okay. Jerry! All right. Okay, you ready? All right. Here we go. We'll do a countdown. Jerry, we need a fucking countdown. Okay. Yes. Jerry, come on. Yeah. It's ready. It's time for the show. We're ready. Okay. Count us down.
3, 2, 1.
Yo, thank you for tuning into the Natural Habitat Podcast. My name is Mikey Booyah.
My name is Ty, and I'm here to say that joining us is Computor today.
Mm-hmm.
And up in Canada, they call him Free Candy.
And Satchmo's a puppet who goes on your hand, see? We all go together, and we form a group called the Hosts of the Natural Habitat Troupe, because it's a comedy show, in a way, you see. And thank you for joining Ty and me. Welcome.
Nice,
Welcome.
That was sick.
And now we'd like to allow you guys to thank us. You're welcome. We appreciate you tuning in this week. We know that it's been a tough week for everybody.
It's been a wild, eventful week.
Mm-hmm. Wild, eventful week, especially for Americans.
Yep, we started it. I guess that was a little more than a week ago, but we had, if you count Independence Day, which we may as well. We had Independence Day. A lot of lives.
Did I do the flag thing too early?
Probably lost.
A lot of lives were lost on Independence Day?
Day,
what are you talking about?
Yeah. Due to, firework mishaps and drunk driving.
Okay.
Probably gang violence if you like zoom in like the Chicago area.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you that. There probably was a lot.
Yeah,
I
don't have the statistics in front of me. Like I'm a computer. How many people were killed on Independence Day this year?
The only Independence Day holiday in 2024 is Independence Day.
See?
So the numbers aren't out yet, or what does that mean?
I think he's trying to dance around the subject because he doesn't want to. We all know computer's a lib,
mm-hmm.
and he doesn't want those numbers released.
No, but I'm sure that you're right. There probably were a lot of deaths on Independence Day.
Yeah, hundreds, thousands, possibly,
and then followed up a few days later by an assassination attempt on former U.S. President Donald George Trump.
Donald Trump, that just happened yesterday?
Uh-huh. In podcast time, it was probably a few days ago.
Yeah.
But
we're way behind.
As at the time of this recording, it happened yesterday. And there was a guy named Trump, businessman, right? Started off selling steaks, running hotels.
Was he selling? Did he sell steaks at any point?
Yeah, the Trump steaks. You don't remember those?
No.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Is that where he became famous and wealthy through selling steaks?
Yeah,
he just at one point owned like a steakhouse or something.
No, it was like it was a deliver to you steak, like it was steak in the mail type of thing that you would get. I don't know if they were mailed to you in like a cold container or something with like ice in it, or if they were delivered to you by hand.
Of what quality do you presume these steaks were? I'm curious. Never heard of this. So
I heard that they were really good, and that Oprah was big on Trump steaks.
Damn, really?
At a time, they were a brand of steak and other meats that was licensed by Trump. And
it was sold exclusively through QVC and Sharper Image.
yeah, QVC and Sharper Image, and you would get the steaks delivered to you.
It was introduced May 8th, 2007, and then discontinued July 2007.
When I was a kid, my grandma would get Trump steaks. It was all we would eat.
You were a kid in 2007, eating with your grandma for 2 months?
Well, Trump steaks were a local thing before they launched on QVC.
See, this is saying that it was introduced May 8th of 2007.
To QVC.
Oh, okay. So it was just like a small regional,
it was a small
delicacy.
Business. Yeah.
Okay.
And nothing but Trump steaks all the time. They were really good. They were high-end steaks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say he has the best steaks or had the best steaks for that 2-month period.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to assume he was really hands-on with it, going around to various farms and, surveying this cattle in person and, kind of making the call himself as to which
steak.
cow meets his requirements.
High
possibly?
Standards. Yeah, I'm sure it was very high standards. USDA approved and all that stuff. But Trump, he made these steaks. He got really big. He got into the hearts of America just in those 2 months of making steaks.
That's all it takes. I mean, a good steak will change your life.
Yep.
Just
then
one.
He was in Home Alone 2 when Kevin McAllister was running around in the hotel in New York, lost in New York. And Trump's there and he goes, "Hey, can I help you, kid?
Hey, kid, what's your deal?"
Kid?
He said something like that.
"Hey, what's your deal over here, kid?
I'm walking here.
And then he had a TV show.
He had a show, where he fired people.
The Apprentice. He said,
"You're fired. You're fired."
People, that was a famous thing that people knew him for.
Yep.
Then he became president.
He became president very famously.
Then he was done presidenting.
He was not reelected.
No.
At least, I still don't think it was stolen from him. I think he just lost.
It could have been stolen, allegedly. And then now he's running for president again.
Again, yeah, and he got shot. He got shot in the ear.
Yeah, so now we're all caught up with who Trump is.
Yeah.
He was doing a speech. He was having a nice speech about... What was he talking about?
He was talking about the Democrats and what they're doing wrong, and then all of a sudden...
Democrats are blowing
pop,
it.
Pop, 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 pop.
And he goes, and then he drops down. Shots fired. 7 shots fired from the guy.
I thought it was 10.
10 shots?
Maybe it was 10 total, like 3 from the Secret Service or something, 7.
Maybe,
I don't know. Yeah.
I was getting news on it immediately after it happened. I think so were you. It was within an hour or so.
It happened during my kid's birthday party, so I was not really on my phone that much. And then right after that...
Was everyone okay?
Right after that, yes. Nobody at the birthday party was harmed. Fortunately, very far away. We're actually here locally, and then this happened in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, basically the other side of the country.
All right, good.
But after the birthday party, I take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
I have a nap, a 2 or 3 hour nap. So I wake up to all these texts from you and from Matt. And, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And then I Google it, and then sure enough, Trump has been shot in the ear. I didn't really know how to feel. I'm not a big Trump guy, not a big Biden guy. I mean, honestly, I would be good with either one of them just being taken out of the game.
Being shot in the ear?
Possibly both, yeah. So, objectively speaking, it made him look like a badass, right?
Yeah, because
he came out of this thing
right after he got shot, and then they took down the guy, and Secret Service was trying. They're all, we're gonna move, and he said, "Let me put my shoes on, guys. Let me put my shoes on,
bro. Chill.
I don't want people to see me in my socks. That's embarrassing."
And then they're trying to drag him out, and he weasels his arm out and puts up the fist, and then the entire crowd starts chanting USA.
American flag hanging behind him, blowing
Yeah.
in the wind, a giant one hanging from a crane.
And like
He's got a fist up,
he's got blood all over his face, and he
Yeah.
doesn't even look phased. He just looks like slightly inconvenienced, and he's like, he makes sure to get that fist up, and then just a massive USA chant, which is
And
pretty.
no matter how you feel about him and what side you're on, that was the most badass American thing that anyone's ever done. And it was like, it's iconic. That image is
it's gonna be. I mean,
history.
Man, like anybody that they immediately went and made a T-shirt and put it up on fucking Shopify or whatever, like it's probably kicking up today.
Fuck. Why didn't we do that?
Why didn't we do that?
I guess it's not too late.
I mean, we're like sitting there talking about, oh, this is a sick picture. We could have been uploading it.
Everyone's like, oh, I'd buy a shirt. I'd buy that shirt. He's probably going to sue people that put out those shirts, though. You're going to get a cease and desist immediately.
He's going to put them out himself.
Yeah, that's why. Because you're going to be stealing his idea. I bet it's already available.
Oh, 100%.
So, a lot of this seems fishy to us. You know, I think that we're going to probably give it some time, give it a week before we do
we got to let the dust settle and let the facts come to light. But just straight off the top, I have a lot of questions. You know what I mean? And like, if there's one thing we've learned in America in recent years, it's that you have to question everything. Nothing is as it seems.
And aliens are real.
Aliens are real.
It's another thing we learned, which, I mean, this may or may not be connected to that.
We really just can't answer that question at this point. At this
so
juncture.
We're going to give it some time. We're going to let our investigation work itself out, and then we'll go ahead and give our full opinion on this. But it seems weird. It seems fishy.
It does. And I would imagine every single person watching this has some sort of hot take on this. So go ahead and drop that in the comments below. Let us know what your theory is. Was this set up by Trump? Did Joe Biden put a hit out on him and just do a really poor job like you would suspect Joe Biden would do? Just hire an inept hitman? Is this just a coincidence? What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
So that's sick. I mean, that's like a sick way to start a podcast talking about an assassination attempt.
Assassination attempt on the president?
Yeah,
that's
I feel like
cool.
It's only going to get worse from here.
Yeah, it really is. So, also last week, Ty and I had an adventure. We went out of our local area into a city called Fresno, California.
Yeah, possibly the worst city.
One of the worst cities they make. And we went to a Blink-182 and Pierce the Veil show at a Save Mart Center.
At the Save Mart Center, yeah.
So if you were at the Save Mart Center at the Blink-182 show, we were there too. You saw us.
Yeah.
We went to the show together.
We were basically hanging out with you guys.
Yeah. So, we went to this Blink-182 show, which was, the show was good. It was a little short. I feel like they left out a lot of songs. That
there
hear.
are definitely a bunch of songs that they only played one song off of my favorite album, so I was a little bummed by that, but it was still good. Very high production, like a lot of dollars spent, a lot of pyrotechnics and lasers and a floating drum set. It was pretty sweet as far as the production goes. But
yeah, it was really good. And the Jumbotrons and all the effects and everything, the live effects on all the video was dope. Yeah. And I had taken some of those mushroom gummies that turned out to be DMT gummies. And the weird squiggly effect that they were doing on the video was a lot of fun.
It's tripping you out.
And we were up in like nosebleed seats. And I was looking down on the whole stadium, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And I have beef with the Save Mart Center.
With the Save Mart Center?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my beef with the Save Mart Center is, for one, clear bag policy, which I understand that's a thing at a lot of places because of the Ariana Grande concert. There was a guy with a nail bomb that exploded a thing, and a bunch of people got hurt, and Ariana Grande is still scarred from this, right? Physically and mentally.
Did a bomb hit Ariana Grande?
No, I don't think it was physically scarred. She might have cut herself afterwards.
It's possible.
Allegedly. Because of her ties with Pete Davidson, who's a notorious cutter. But, ever since the nail bomb incident, it's been clear bag policy at all these shows.
At most places, yeah. Most of the large venues that I've been to have in recent years have this clear bag policy. SoFi Stadium has it.
Well, I didn't know that. Nobody called me and notified me about a clear bag policy.
So you just thought you were going to go right in there with your typical black satchel?
Well, I had my whole concert set up. Like, for a concert, I have my, like, satchel bag that has, you know, my weed, my necessities, my wallet, stuff like that, right? Then I have a backpack that has snacks and a blanket and water, stuff like that.
You thought you were going to bring all that in there?
An ice chest. You got lawn chairs. I have like a big awning type.
Yeah, like an easy up, a canopy.
It's more like the one that comes off of like an RV. Like,
Okay.
but I just kind of like attach it to like a nearby tree or something that I could find, like a structure.
What was your game plan with that?
So I like to set up a big comfortable spot when I go to concerts. I like to feel like I'm at home. And if I can, depending on the venue, sometimes they'll let me bring in like a chair from home, like one of these chairs or like a
the
recliner
Save Mart
or
Center
something.
is a very cramped venue. You're kind of
I
packed in
found this
there
out.
very densely like sardines. And
Now,
you
I
thought
thought
you were going to
that-
bring...
Yeah, I thought that I could at least get my 2 bags, my ice chest, my chairs. Oh, I don't need the chairs because there's chairs.
Yeah, the
there.
seat, yeah.
The awning, for sure.
See, the
And-
awning is where it starts to get a little iffy for me.
And then I have like a Blackstone grill that, you know, that you get at like Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like a Blackstone griddle.
Yeah, so you were coming well equipped for this thing.
$169.99. I bought this thing. That's a lot of money to spend on a griddle that you're going to use once at a show.
Yeah,
They wouldn't let me bring it in.
yeah.
And there's also, I had like, not a full-size kiddie pool, but like a kiddie pool.
Wait a second.
Because it was hot.
Yeah, it was like 115 or so. It was
Yeah.
super hot.
That day was hot. So I thought,
I mean, in that sense, the kiddie pool makes a lot of sense because,
Mhm.
I mean, you just want to cool down a little bit.
which they did let me bring in the kiddie pool, but at the slant that we were at up there in the nosebleeds, the water.
Yeah, how are you going to set it up? Right.
Yeah, water was going instantly.
Logistically, it's a nightmare.
So they made me leave all my stuff outside. And worst of all, there was no smoking. It was a no smoking facility. No smoking anywhere. No access to the outdoors. And if you leave, you can never come back again, even at a future date. Even for like a different show, if you buy tickets. So, no ins and outs, no smoking. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I thought they were going to take my cigarettes and my vape and stuff. They searched my hat when I walked through. They said, take off your hat. And I took off my hat and showed it to them, and they were like, okay, you're good. Didn't search my pockets at all. But there was nowhere to go to smoke, which is discriminatory against smokers.
I feel like in this day and age, it's a very common policy for pretty much all large-scale venues like that. I mean, maybe here and there you're going to come across one that has like a smoking area, and that's cool, but that's the exception and not the rule. in this
I had
day
no
and
idea.
age.
So now I am upset with the Save Mart Center in particular. And by the time I got up there to my seat and, they wouldn't let me take my bags. So I didn't have any water.
So what did you do?
I
with
didn't
your-
have my
Did you
blanket.
stash your bag, or did you go back to the car?
I had to throw it away.
You had to throw away your bag.
Yeah.
Did you throw away the awning?
No.
Did you throw away
I brought in the awning and I
the
brought
griddle?
in the pool.
the electric
I threw
griddle?
away the griddle. I gave away the griddle to a guy that was leaving.
Yeah, I think I saw him later, like making bacon wrapped hot dogs and selling them. So
yeah.
He put it to good use.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's like, you give a man a fish or whatever,
Yeah.
and he can make money off that for years. For months, at least, until that thing breaks. It's got to break pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I figure if you're cooking in volume, it's gonna
Mhm.
the lifespan's gonna be a little shorter than if you're just using it here and there for like a concert.
Yeah, but I had to throw away my satchel bag, all my drugs, my wallet, my ID, all that stuff.
All those things, you threw them away.
Yeah, and I was just in there with my awning and my empty pool. and it was disappointing. I wish that I would have got notified of what to expect when I got there. And
I think all that information was probably online.
It was. They sent me an email that said clear back policy. You can't smoke here, non-smoking facility. But
even when you have that,
emails?
Yeah, and even when you're given information, it doesn't necessarily set in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you gave me this information. It doesn't mean that like I accept it or I'm prepared for that.
Yeah. Just because it's a thing, like we haven't even started negotiations yet.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not surprised, but I do think that you got screwed over because I had very little trouble bringing in the things that I brought in. I brought in a vape. There's no vapes allowed. I got that son of a bitch in. I brought in some edibles. Pretty sure those were not meant to be brought in the venue. I got them in, and they barely even searched me. I just like grabbed my things out of my pocket and showed them that, like I had everything in my hand and just walked on through. Well, I broke on through to the other side, as Jim Morrison once said, and I had very little trouble with it.
Yeah, see, they didn't even look at my pockets at all.
Do you think that potentially you were, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like discriminated against based on your appearance? Like you were,
I look like too much of a square to do anything?
Either too much of a square or too much of too much of a problem child? What were you? Were you wearing something with a devil on it? You usually are.
No. Yes. Yeah, I was. Well, I mean, not really. I was wearing my Pee-wee's Playhouse of 1,000 Corpses shirt.
See, I see that coming. I'm like, no.
Which is kind of satanic.
Bad news.
But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got in a lot of stuff, too. And then at the end of the day, I was up there. I had a stizzy. I was smoking weed.
So you did get weed in.
Yeah.
You just didn't get the, all the other things, the blanket and chair and
blanket, chair, waters.
I feel like that's still kind of a win then. I mean, like the most important thing is you got your weed in, right? Mm-hmm. Like that would have been if you could only bring in one item, it would have been weed, wouldn't it?
Yeah, true. And maybe waters, because the waters there were $18.
Yeah, very expensive water.
For a cup of water. It was wild. So we're at the show. One of the girls that we're with falls down the stairs. Is on their way down, falls down those steep stairs.
They're very steep stairs. They're kind of
slippery
going up to the nosebleed bleachers. They were very, and I mean they're very tightly packed. They weren't big stairs.
And up on the edges of the stairs, they have white paint so that you know where the stair ends. Yeah. But it also makes the stair really slippery because there's thick paint on it.
Was this fresh paint?
No. It was just like a thick layer of smooth paint on the corner. Oh. And then it was wet from people splashing their drinks and throwing water everywhere. So she fell down the stairs.
Was she injured?
Yes.
Badly injured?
No. Just,
moderately injured.
Yeah. And then we tell her sister, we're like, hey, Emily fell down the stairs. And then she goes down there to go check on her, and then she falls down the stairs. So now we have two people that have fallen down the stairs.
Two stair-falling victims.
Two stair-fallers.
Because that's what they are as far as I'm concerned. They're victims.
Now I'm thinking I want to leave early. Most of the people that I came with came for Pierce the Veil anyway. And I was there for Blink-182, but I saw what I needed to see, and I was like...
You weren't there. You weren't trying to stay for the encore.
No, I was like, we could leave now and we could beat the rush.
Oh, you were one of those people.
Yeah. And now that everyone's hurt and they all became victims, this is perfect. We could leave early.
Yeah, now you've got the excuse you need to kind of push that agenda along.
So I do that. We all head out. We leave.
Leaving even before the best part of the show. We're going to beat traffic, save a few minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe get to that bathroom a little bit before everybody else.
We leave a little too late because the show lets out like right after we start walking down the stairs.
Oh.
We go to the merch booth, and then by the time we get through that, people are out.
It's a wrap. People are flooding out.
So we go outside. We call the Uber. It tells us to go around the other side of the building.
How long did you have to wait for an Uber?
Well, here's the thing. We go around to the other side of the building.
You're
Then
there.
it gives us a new pickup spot back where we were.
Back where you were, so it's
So we walk over there.
playing back and forth with these bastards.
Then the ride cancels.
Oh.
So we're like, let's walk across the street to Jack in the Box. And that'll be easier for them to pick us up and then shoot us down to the hotel.
Yeah, Fresno, I mean, notoriously dangerous city. Probably
Yeah.
not worried about it too much, right? You're good.
Not at
You're
all.
Good.
But there's people everywhere. The concert just left
Yeah.
out. People are crossing the street. So we're like, cool. So we go over to Jack in the Box, call the Uber. No Ubers. Nobody
you
is
call the
accepting.
Uber?
No. We pressed request ride
Okay.
on the app.
Gotcha. Just wanted to clarify.
And nobody was accepting our ride.
No, I mean, you got to think like they're probably getting paid like a minimal,
$6.
especially without like a tip up front, like $6, $7, $8, and they're going to be stuck in traffic for probably an hour and a half potentially. Yeah. There's nobody that's taking that.
Nobody's taking that ride. And these rides are coming in by the hundreds.
Yeah.
So even if someone is accepting the ride, the chance that it's ours is very low. So we're trying to call it Uber XL because there's 6 of us.
Oh, yeah. Even fewer.
So we're like, all right, let's break it up. And multiple people will call just a regular Uber. We'll take 2 rides. Finally, someone accepts it. Says it'll be there in 55 minutes.
Oof.
So we wait a half hour and then they cancel.
Oof.
And now there's less and less people out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, we have to start walking. Like, we have to go.
How far was your hotel?
4 miles. 4 miles. So
4 miles in like Fresno at night. That's
That's terrifying. So I'm like, we have to, it's getting later and later. There's getting less and less people out here. We can't just stay out here. Nobody's going to come pick us up. We have to start moving and continue to call Ubers on the way, right? So we're walking down the main street. At least like our hotel is right up this main strip, like 3.5 miles, and then you break off to the right, a half a mile, you're there.
Yeah.
So we're moving up. There's still a bunch of people, bunch of Blink-182 fans that are walking around, right? Going up to their respective hotels and wherever they park for free a mile up. And then eventually we start running out of groups to walk with. So
becomes
it's
a little
just
bit thinner
us.
and thinner and thinner.
Everybody thins out. By now it's 1 a.m. and we're far from the venue. We're a couple miles from the venue, but still a couple miles from the hotel. And we're just in the heart of Fresno. And we're, I'm the only guy there. Well, there's one other guy there. And the rest are all girls. And they're all like dressed in concert clothes.
Right.
Like fishnets, skimpy shorts, skimpy shirts.
So, I mean, like to, someone that doesn't know better necessarily, like you could potentially be their pimp and these are your hosts.
Yeah. And they're singing and having fun and screaming. And I'm like, we just got to keep moving. And I was the only one that was really like aware of how dangerous it was.
So you were the group leader essentially.
Yeah. And I remember saying at some point, I was like, I would rather walk through Santa Maria right now than walk through Fresno.
Of course.
And that like kind of put it in perspective, I think. But we walked through Fresno 4 miles in the middle of the night, got back to the hotel at like 2 a.m. and made it alive.
You didn't have like any close calls or run-ins with any gang members or anything like that?
No, there was one guy that was out and about late at night in a suspicious way.
Yeah.
And we just happened to, that was like where we had to turn off. We still had to go up one more block, but there was this big like shopping center with a laundromat and like all kinds of stuff like that. So we went into that parking lot and walked along the front of the stores instead of walking out on the street where that guy was.
Is it possible then that Fresno's just gotten like a bad rap and it's really just like a nice, tightly knit community?
It could
with
be a
good
nice
people?
city. Yeah, it could be a nice city because nothing happened to us, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
there wasn't a moment where I felt like I was in any like immediate danger. No stray dogs. Wait, no, there actually was a stray dog, but not that night. It was the day before. But no being approached by some sort of crazy fucking homeless
Yeah.
guy or crackhead. I feel like that happens more here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's happened a lot here. But yeah, it was dangerous. And I feel like I've earned some sort of rep or experience points.
So you feel tougher?
I do feel tougher.
Feel tougher.
I do,
You got
yeah.
some attribute points maybe added to
'Cause it
your
was
overall
right-
stat total.
It was right after this concert. I didn't have, my pocket knife that I usually carry. I didn't have my hip knife.
You can't bring all these things in because of the
Uh-huh.
Save Mart Center. So really,
Save Mart Center.
the Save Mart Center kind of put you guys in risk and jeopardy.
Because normally I'd have pocket knife, utility knife,
Gun.
hip gun, pocket gun. I'd have sword, staff, sai, and nunchako. All the weapons of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'd be fine. I would just pass out the weapons. Everybody's strapped up.
Yeah,
We're
if
good to go.
anything, the gangs would be frightened of you.
Yeah. We're new gang in town, The new kids on the block.
New kids on the block.
Did you hear about the new R-rated live action Last Ronin movie?
No, you mentioned something about this, and I don't even know what the first Last Ronin. I'm not familiar with that IP of Ronin or.
So the Last Ronin is a story. I want to say it's recent when it came out in like the comics, 2018 maybe. Computer, when was the Last Ronin comic book released?
From Mr. Goddess. The Last Ronin is a 5-issue miniseries published by Inu Publishing on October 28, 2020.
2020.
Okay.
So the Last Ronin is a comic book story about it's in a futuristic setting. You got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? You're familiar with them?
Yes.
You got Leo.
Yeah.
You got Dawn.
You got Mikey.
Mikey.
You got Raph.
Raph. You got Splinter.
You got Casey Jones.
Casey Jones.
You got April O'Neil.
April O'Neil, right?
You got Baxter Stockman.
Uh-huh. Now, all of these people are dead.
What?
Except for one. The Last Ronin. Which is the last remaining turtle. Spoiler alert. It's Mikey. And he wears a black fucking headband. And he has all of the weapons of
shit.
all the turtles.
That's kind of tight.
And he's out for vengeance.
That's kind of tight.
And it's like an adult-centric comic where he's out here murdering people. He's emo as fuck. He's like a Batman
And that's
type.
kind of interesting that they would pick Mikey. He's
Yeah.
like guaranteed.
The
He's
party-
like the most
the party dude.
lighthearted. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
He's the.
Yeah. He's not anymore. They broke him. So Mikey's broken, and he's all emo, and he's out here trying to get revenge. And the comic did so good that they announced a live action and R-rated.
Oh dang! So that's what you're talking about. Okay, I'm a lot more excited. I had no idea. I didn't even know it was a turtle related property. But I watched the Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie, which came out last year, and I was blown away by that. Like it was really, really well written. Like definitely written, like to please not just kids but adults, and it has a lot of pop culture references. But then the art is really, really good. The animation is really cool and original, and like I've never seen anything like it. And the trifecta is it had a banging soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like they put a lot of money into the soundtrack. It was really good. Probably the second best Turtles movie I've seen, sans the original.
Yeah, the OG Turtle I've been planning on going back and watching that OG first Turtles movie.
Too.
I mean, even the first 3 were good.
Yeah.
They definitely got more and more.
They got their moments.
Weird. They have their moments, but the first one is iconic.
Yeah.
And it's all dark and like creepy and shit. Like that, like Batman Begins, you know?
Yep. Leonardo!
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my shit.
And then, the fucking Foot Clan and their like, their underground hideout chill spot.
Yeah.
Where they had like all these half pipes,
cigs.
games.
They were blasting cigs down there left and right.
Regulars and menthols.
Probably beer. There had to have been beer down there. Fucking,
that was
whatever
the coolest
you wanted.
shit ever.
Whatever you wanted. Yeah, what kid in the 90s
and that was supposed to be the bad guys
and want to like hang out with them?
Yeah, those were supposed to be the bad guys. And I guess that was it was like a testament on how appealing, how the bad guys will trick you, you know?
Yeah.
How Satan will trick you.
Yep.
And he'll be like, hey, we got regulars, we got menthols.
Yeah.
But it's all a trick. And you got to go with the turtles, which are God. Because that movie's a whole allegory for the Bible or something like that.
That's what they say.
But yeah, The Last Ronin is going to be lit. And I guess they have a video game for PlayStation.
Oh, really?
That they put out or put out a trailer for or something. But, yeah, I'm in for the Last Ronin lore for sure. So yeah, the Blink show was a lot of fun. I ranked up on toughness points.
Yeah, you seem like you've got a little bit more edge to you, a little bit, you know, I don't know, like a mystique to you ever since then, to where it's like, oh wow, like something dark has permanently changed Mikey's his essence. I'm like
the Last Ronin.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, something dark is, you know, it's brewing in there. But did you learn any lessons from the trip to Fresno?
Oh gosh, no, nothing really.
No,
nothing at all.
You won money at the casino, right?
I did. I won some money at the casino on the way home.
$4,000?
No, not that much. I wish.
45,000.
No, even less. It was like $500. About $518 I escaped with.
Oh, I think I read the ticket wrong that you sent me.
Oh yeah, I wish it was that much.
$400 and $500 ain't bad.
Yeah, not at all.
No. Is that a timer?
Yeah, it's a little timer I have set.
Little timer? What time is it?
It's 9:30.
It's 9:32. You have a timer set for 9:32?
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, it's not even... But it's about to hit the next minute right now, because I have a second hand on my clock. So how did your timer go off at like 9:32 and 30 seconds?
I mean, I don't ask how it works. I just, I tell them when to ring me, and then it just does it. Sometimes it doesn't even work.
All right. That's exciting. So did you get the update and do Apple Intelligence?
No, is that out?
No, it's not.
No.
I was gonna act like it was and kind of like goof you.
Yeah, I would have been bummed. I think it's not until October though.
But I don't have anything.
Or right
prepared.
Around when the new iPhone drops.
If I would have had like a video or something prepared.
Yeah, you could have tricked me.
Here, hold on. Maybe we could run it back.
Yeah. Let's just forget about all this.
Yeah, vamp real quick. You got to vamp.
What is vamp?
Like fill up the time.
Oh.
Do like stall.
Yeah. Stalling like I'm stalling like an Italian over here. Hey. Whoa. Yowzers. Stalling like an Italian over here. Is it Italian or Italian?
Yeah.
My Italian, your Italian. We all eat family style at the Olive Garden. That's where we share our plates. Give you a big plate of noodles. You dish them out, and share them amongst each other. That's how the Italians do it. And I'm styling like an Italian. Mamma mia.
All right.
Mamma mia.
I'm ready.
Are you sure I don't want it?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you get the new update with Apple Intelligence?
Yeah.
Wait, no. God damn. You're supposed to say no.
Oh, shit.
And then I pretend that I got it.
All right. No, I got you now.
And then I'm... Okay.
All right, let's run it back one more time.
All right. You got to vamp again because we can't do...
Yeah, I'm stalling like an Italian. Yeah. Oh, shit. This is going downhill fast.
All right. I'm ready.
All right.
Did you get the new Apple Intelligence update?
No.
No?
No.
I did. I just updated my shit today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Check it out.
Is it great?
Apple. What it is.
Search for flower shops nearby. Tell my husband that at least when I sit on the washing machine, I come.
Send my wife this picture
Wait, what?
and ask her if the washing machine is...
The only thing you've been sitting on lately. Oh dear.
Ask my husband what he means by that.
Tell my wife I think she knows.
Hey, look. I googled anger management techniques.
Tell my husband to think very carefully before he says whatever.
So it's like a free form, like free flow of consciousness type thing that it does. Whenever you ask it something, it'll just go off and it has multiple characters that it's playing. And I think it's on the fritz because they just released it and it's in beta, but it's like everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like multiple bots are turning on at once.
That's something different than what I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not turning out good, but it does have access to your phone and all of your data and stuff, whereas like the GPT app doesn't have access to your phone. So if I tell GPT to set an alarm, it can't. But Apple Intelligence can set an alarm, and it also can learn from your keystrokes, pictures that you take, even if you don't save them, things that you see through your
based
camera.
on what I just heard, that's kind of terrifying. It doesn't sound...
Yeah. Here, look. I'll ask it. Apple. What's a good idea? What's a good closer for the show?
If she's fucking Jim McPherson.
Tell my husband how dare he.
Tell my wife that's not an answer.
Is this my fault?
Tell my husband that I will
Is this
not
like a
answer
demo,
that.
or...?
Ask my wife if she's fucking Jim McPherson.
No,
Searching
this is
for
live.
a place to hide.
Tell my husband he wishes it was just Jim McPherson.
I don't want to.
Tell him.
Please don't make me.
Do it.
Send my wife directions to hell.
This is giving me like really bad anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
it's
want
weird.
this update.
It's weird. I'm
Hopefully
telling
this
you.
is like a completely...
This AI is on the fritz right now.
Yeah.
And it's just making this like weird. Every time that you try it, it's something different, it's something new, and it's always multiple characters. It always sounds like some sort of commercial or advertisement with the music that's behind it. It has that like AI generated music behind it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
But yeah, you should get it. Just
Yeah, I'm going to have to turn my auto update off because I really don't want to deal with that. That sounds miserable.
yeah, I think that you should get it. You should try it out just so that you could be on
I said I don't want
the
it.
cutting edge.
I don't want it.
You don't want it?
I don't want it. It's a pass.
All right. Well,
I said I don't want
hope
it.
You change your mind. Okay, Jerry. Let's roll it out. Let's get it out of here. Come on.
I don't fucking want it, Mikey.
Okay. All right. We don't have to.
I don't want the update.
You don't have to do
God
the
damn it,
update.
I don't
You
want
don't
the
have
update.
to do the update.
Natural Habitat Recordings.